Well, hi friends. Welcome back. I know this is your probably first introduction to this, but this is the second time that I'm recording this video. My first painting did not really turn out how I wanted it to, which does happen sometimes, but I think really honestly that it just looks better in person than it does on camera. So, I thought I had more than enough paint to do it again, and I'm going to add some white into this one. So really quickly, I'm going to show you the materials that I've used as I explained in my previous video, which of course you don't know about, or haven't seen anyway. This is a very impromptu setup, which is why my first one didn't really turn out like I wanted. My cups are not my usual cups for this. As a matter of fact, I've used all the cups I have. So I'm going to reuse this one with the wet paint still in it. I don't advise that, but it will be something. I think it'll be fine. We'll see. So my additive to my paint that I use is the Floetrol Flood latex based. That's very important when you're using acrylic paint to use a latex base for your Floetrol. My black paint is the True Flow heavy-bodied acrylic paint. I get this from Amazon. I think I have a little bit left of my Artist Loft light blue color. This is from Michaels, if you have one near you. My white paint is the True Flow heavy-bodied acrylic white. As you can see, this is very loved. I've been using this particular jug for quite some time. This is in titanium white. And the heavy-bodied paints are indeed very heavy, so they need a lot of this Floetrol additive mixed in. I also have artichoke acrylic paint in champagne gold. It looks kind of white here, but it is a true champagne color, pearlized. And if I have any left, there's a little bit of the Got a Deal Artist Grade Glossy Acrylic Paint in Silvery. And that is a true silver paint. So the style that I'm going to do tonight, attempt to do tonight, is called a straight pour in acrylic pour painting. There are several hundreds, thousands, if not millions, of tutorials on YouTube on how to do this style of painting. This is not a tutorial. These are just friends hanging out on the eve of New Year's Eve tonight. I'm going to hopefully post this tomorrow as a little bonus video. If this does not work out, then you will never see it. So we shall see. My last painting that I did was the same colors except for the white. And it was a little bit dark. And again, it looks fine in person. But on camera, with it being wet and my ceiling fan directly ahead, all you were really able to see was the ceiling fan light. So I'm just going to smooth out the corners here so the paint will have somewhere to go. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. It just has to be. And even more fun, my canvas is not level. So that's going to be an interesting drying process. But it's acrylic, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm not planning on selling this. I have sold some before. This is just, like I said, friends hanging out. So this is not a tutorial. This is not a do as I say. First of all, I'm certainly not a professional, so please don't do as I say. Okay. You can tell I'm not a professional based on my setup. This is very spur of the moment, impromptu. We're just having some fun hanging out. Being creative. So, I think I'm going to start with my white, which is going to be an interesting choice considering there's already a wet black in here. But I'm hoping that this white will cause the center of my painting to be lighter rather than dark. And I'm going to do a little bit of this light blue next, followed by the black, and then the champagne. Drip. Okay. And the black. I don't want to put the white next to the black directly because that would mix and make gray, which I might do later if I'm starting to run out of the other colors. But right now, you can see my colors layering up. We have the black, the white, the blue, and the black again. Now I'm going to put the champagne gold in. Hopefully, I still have some in here mixed up. It's going real slow. This is not looking good for this round, folks. Just a little bit, apparently, is all we have left. I don't know if that's even going to show up in the final painting, but that's okay. We'll know what's in there. I'm going to go in with a little bit more white now. A little dribble. And hopefully I can get some more of this blue out. Let's see. Here comes the blue. That's okay. And now I'm going to do the black, the white, and then the silver. And the black and the white mix to make gray. That's fine at this point. The white. And then the gray, or the silver, excuse me. Although now that I think about it, I'm kind of worried that the black and white are going to mix to make gray, which will blend in with the silver. Okay, let's see what we get. I mentioned in the previous video that I haven't done this kind of painting in probably 5 or 6 months, so I'm a little bit out of practice, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. Let's see if I can catch this without it dripping. Alright, a little swirl, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, let's let that sit for a minute. Torch it and see what we get. Pop the air bubbles. I think I already like this one a lot better than the previous one. I think on camera, I like them both again. But on camera, I think it's easier to see the different rings and lines. The white helped a lot so far. Okay, let's pick her up and see what we get. Let's start moving this paint around to one corner. Back to the middle. It's kind of like a butterfly wing right now. It's very pretty. And back to the middle. And you want to bring the weight of the paint back to the middle before you move to the other edges. Otherwise, it will all be on one side or the other. And now let's bring it down to this corner. Right down here. This is riveting, I know. Okay, and back down to the other corner. I am glad to see that the white and the black did not mix too much. We're moving slowly, but we are moving. I'm trying to bring it down. Bring it down here. It looks like my white paint had some thicker globs in it. It's been a long time since I last used it. Oh no. Come on. Let's go. There we go. And let's bring it back down to this corner if we can. Just to get it down here. It's not wanting to move too much. But that's okay. Let's see if we can add a little design right here. Maybe not. No, we're coming. Okay. We're getting there. as we always say, there are no mistakes in art. Just happy little trees. I think that will do. Alright, let's see here. Get that dabbed out over here. That's one good thing about abstract is you never really know what's going on behind the scenes once it's dried. Okay. Down over this corner now. I'm going to push it back a little bit if it'll go to kind of blend in that paint to make it look more intentional. If it will go. If it will not, that's fine. It will look intentional when it dries. But I think it's going a little bit. Now let's get this corner down here to kind of level out a little bit. Do you have any plans for New Year's? That's good. I do not. My daughter was supposed to be with her dad, but she texted me today, said she wants to come home early. Let's get these corners done. Okay, so this one's a lot easier to see. I'm sorry for the light reflection from my ceiling fan. But that is that. This style or technique of painting always looks to me like the surface of another planet. It's pretty cool. I like it. The black and the white did turn somewhat into gray, but I was expecting that to happen, especially with the use of the silver, because silver is just a metallic gray. But I do like it overall. I think it's very cool. I don't think you can see it on camera, but right through here is a touch of that light blue. I think it's very pretty. Do you see anything in this? I know it's abstract, so we can all see something different. But to me it looks like what I would consider a wormhole in space to look like, although I'm positive that they look nothing like this, of course, but I like the striations right through here. I think that looks pretty cool, a little ribbony effect. It definitely looks like outer space to me, though, with the black and the gray. These could be stars right here, the little white dots, and the light blue. I tend to work with black and blue quite a bit. I feel like they have a nice contrast together. I don't often do really bright, punchy colors, but I know a lot of people do because they as a contrast color, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But this is our painting for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I am sorry that it was very impromptu and I don't have the materials that I usually would. But I thought it would be fun to do an up-close, kind of a whisper, soft-spoken video. Now that I'm looking at it, actually, I see a set of eyes right here. So that's kind of creepy. Maybe it's like an alien staring through space at Earth. That's something to think about, isn't it? Like here's the face right here, and here's an eye. There's an eye, and there's a little nose. That's interesting. I like that even more now, I think. Very cool. That's what I like about this kind of painting. Being abstract, the longer you look at it, the more you see different things coming through. It's very cool. But anyway, I do hope you were able to find some kind of enjoyment with this. And either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I hope you have a lovely New Year's. If you're out partying, I hope you call a cab or a driver if you need one. There's nothing wrong with going out and having a good time. But please be safe and responsible about it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you keeping me company this year. And I will see you next year. Bye. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke. There's only one day a year I can make that joke. Even with gloves, I still get paint on my hands. But again, thank you so much.